from beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a guy who played his high school ball at Miami Central, it's James Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Cook again. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game.
He's got a man complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 32 on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 22, Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gabriel Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. On first down, it's Watson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third, Watson. He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Dolphins at 2-1 now to start the campaign. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy checkdowns. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Here's Allen. And Davis has it over the middle. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Allen to throw it. And Cook has it left side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Allen. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Allen again. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Well, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Watson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll drop the throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this returnable for Hines. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
53 yards on the ground for him so far.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Allen. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The Bills send the punter out. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 10. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Watson's throw caught here by Metcalf. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw, it's Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll run with Cook. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. James Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Watson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Watson. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. DK Metcalf as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, they'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Still 15 yards to go. 2nd down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
On 1st down, Watson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 23.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the 2nd half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Over the middle, it's complete.
Finding room at midfield. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line.
A big play here for Buffalo. 45 yards. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Allen going to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bills have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Now a play fake, and it's Watson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll try the middle with Cook.
Channing Tindall is there for the tackle.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
On second down, Cook.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Here's Bass now to send it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Watson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
82 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
From the 45 on second down, Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. There he goes, right side. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Von Miller, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, standing just outside his own goal line.
Hines now on the return. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Allen.
That is complete downfield to Knox.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
The ball comes out. And the offense will hold on to this one right at the 5-yard line. Lucky there.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think that